Listen up, guys, because what I'm about to share will completely change how you interact with women. If you really want to increase your attractiveness and spark desire in a woman, today I've got the key: touch. But not just any kind of touch. It has to connect deeply with her mind and emotions, making her want more without even knowing why. Every touch must be intentional, strategic, and in the right spots, leaving her marked by your presence. We're about to uncover the secrets that turn an ordinary interaction into an unforgettable encounter. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video so you don't miss out on more tips like these. What I'm about to teach you is powerful, but it only works if you apply it the right way. 1. Discover the power of touch in the places she loves. Not all touches are created equal. Some areas of a woman's body have the ability to awaken sensations that words can't describe. Her neck, lower back, and wrists are far more sensitive than you might think. With a subtle yet firm touch, you can communicate much more than hours of conversation. Here's the key: learn where to touch and watch how her attitude changes. 2. Surprise her by touching the zones that ignite her desire. The secret to standing out from the crowd is subtlety. A light brush on the inside of her wrist or gentle contact at the base of her neck is all it takes to spark her interest. There's no need to be invasive. Be delicate and strategic. The key is that the touch should be unexpected but welcome. You'll notice how her body language shifts, how her gaze changes, telling you that something inside her has been activated. 3. Touch strategically and make her want more. Physical contact must be calculated. If you touch too much, you might seem desperate. If you don't touch enough, you could seem distant. Find the perfect balance. A touch on her back while you're talking or gently guiding her while you walk together can work wonders. You're showing confidence and control, two qualities women find irresistible. Use these key spots to connect deeply with her. Emotional connection begins with physical touch in the right places. Her earlobe, for example, is a spot many men overlook. A light graze while you whisper something can trigger an emotional reaction that brings her closer to you. Remember, physical contact isn't just about sexual attraction. It's also about creating a genuine emotional connection that makes her feel understood and desired. 5. Unlock the spots that will increase her interest in you. The power of touch lies in its ability to stir emotions without words. When you touch a spot like her lower back, you're sending a message of protection, security, and interest. You're telling her, without words, that you're present and know how to handle the situation. These kinds of touches separate a confident man from someone who's just winging it. 6. Give her what she wants without her expecting it. Not all women will tell you what they want, but their reactions will make it clear. Learn to read her body language and touch her when you know she wants it, even if she doesn't say it. A light touch on her arm while she laughs at something you said, or simply holding her hand at the right moment, can make her see you as someone she can trust and wants to be closer to. 7. The most sensual spots that will make her want you more. Every woman is unique, but there are certain spots that always work. Her collarbone, for instance, is a sensual area. A soft, casual touch there while you talk will make her feel a connection beyond words. The important thing is to never seem anxious. Act naturally. She needs to feel that the touch is an extension of your confidence, not a calculated move. 8. Use these secrets and elevate your game with women. Success in the game of seduction isn't about the obvious. It's in the little details. Men who know how to touch correctly understand that what they're doing is much more than simple physical contact. They're creating an experience, something that will be etched in the woman's memory. When you focus on subtle and strategic touches, you're making her see you as someone special, someone who knows how to move and create a unique atmosphere. 9. The science behind the 12 touches that make her fall for you. Scientific research has shown that certain types of touches can activate areas of the brain related to pleasure and attraction. This isn't just a myth. It's backed by science. When you touch a woman in places like her neck, wrists, or lower back, you're sending signals to her brain that generate an emotional and physical response. These are the touches that create attraction almost automatically. 10. Make sure she never forgets you by touching these spots. If you really want to leave a lasting impression on her mind, touch with intention. It's not about touching for the sake of it. It's about doing it at the right moment and in the right place. Every touch should be a silent invitation to learn more about you, to want to be closer. If you do it right, she won't be able to get you out of her mind. Every time she remembers those moments together, those subtle touches in the right spots, she'll want more of you. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. The art of touch. How to attract a woman without saying a word. Guys, I want you to think about this for a moment. How many times have you tried to win over a woman with words and felt like you weren't really getting your message across? What many don't realize is that the true power of seduction isn't in what you say, it's in what you do. And when we talk about seduction without words, we're talking about the power of touch. Yes, your hands, when used correctly, have the power to spark emotions, desires, and fantasies that no conversation can ever match. Let's dive into how to master the art of touch to win over a woman without saying a single word. 1. Win her over with the power of your hands. Not words too often. We focus on what to say and forget what truly leaves an impact. Physical touch. Your hands can communicate more than 1,000 words, if you know how to use them. A well-placed touch can show confidence, interest, and above all, desire. When you touch a woman at the right moments, you're creating a connection that words will never achieve. 2. The perfect touch. How to say more without speaking. The key is in softness and intention. It's not about being aggressive or pushy. It's about being careful and precise. A light touch on her arm while you talk shows you care and are paying attention to what she says. A hand on her lower back as you guide her through a doorway conveys security and confidence. These small gestures are what make the difference. 3. Surprise her with the art of touch and leave her speechless. There's nothing more powerful than the element of surprise. When you touch her unexpectedly but appropriately, you create an impact she wasn't expecting. A light touch on her cheek or neck as you say goodbye can keep her mind trapped in thoughts of you. What you achieve here is making her associate the pleasure of touch with your presence. And trust me, that's something she won't forget easily. 4. The touch technique that will make her think about you all day. It's simple. Don't be predictable. Don't do what every other guy does. If you really want to stand out, you need to touch her in moments when she least expects it, while she's talking, laughing, or telling you something important. A well-timed touch can leave a lasting impression. The key is to be discreet but effective. Don't come across as needy. Just make sure that touch stays imprinted in her mind. 5. Master the art of touching to attract her effortlessly. The art of touch takes practice and, above all, attention. You need to be present and aware of her body language. If you notice her moving closer to you, making eye contact, or laughing at your jokes, that's the perfect moment to touch her. If she seems a bit distant, take a step back and wait for the right time. Remember, touch is a dance and you have to know how to lead. 6. Use your touch to seduce without saying a word. It's incredible what you can achieve without saying a single thing. A light touch on her shoulder while you smile, or a brush of her hand as you give her something, can trigger emotions even she didn't expect. You're activating a part of her brain that associates physical contact with pleasure and comfort. The trick is to do it naturally without forcing the situation. 7. Spark her desire by touching at the right moment. Timing is everything. Touching at the right moment is what separates men who know what they're doing from those who are just winging it. If you touch too soon, you might come across as invasive. Touch too late, and you might miss the opportunity. Watch her body language, how she moves, how she reacts to your words, and touch her when you sense she's open to it. The response will be immediate. 8. Touch her right, and you won't need to say a word to win her over. When you master the art of touch, you don't need long speeches to seduce. A simple touch on her hand or a slight brush on her back as you walk together can do more for you than any clever line. Remember, seduction is far more physical than you think. If you touch her right, you'll be one step ahead of any other guy trying to win her over with just words. 9. The secret of silent seduction. Every man should know silent seduction is an art that few men master. But when you do, the results are incredible. It's not about talking a lot. It's about making every interaction, every touch, count. Sometimes, silence combined with a gentle touch can create a sexual tension that words simply can't match. It's within that tension where true desire emerges. 10. Make touch your best weapon to win over women. At the end of the day, your best weapon isn't your words or your looks. It's your touch. When you learn to use it correctly, you can win over any woman without having to try too hard. She'll feel a connection with you that goes beyond logic. Something she won't be able to explain but will irresistibly draw her to you. So there you have it, guys. If you really want to stand out, stop worrying so much about what you say and start focusing on how you touch. Put these tips into practice, and you'll see how your interactions with women will change forever. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. How and where to touch a woman to create an instant connection. Men, listen closely because what I'm about to tell you could completely change the way you interact with women. We've all heard that words are important, but did you know that the right physical touch can do far more than any clever conversation? Today, we're going to talk about how and where to touch a woman to create an instant connection that she won't be able to ignore. This isn't a cheap trick or a magic formula. It's science. It's the way you can use touch to awaken deep, genuine emotions in her. Emotions that make her want to be closer to you. Emotions that make her think about you when you're not around. 1. Instantly connect by touching these key areas. The key to an instant connection is knowing the places where women are most receptive to touch. I'm not just talking about physical spots, but also emotional ones. A gentle touch on her lower back as you walk together, or a brush of her arm while you talk, can build an emotional bridge stronger than you'd imagine. These key spots are strategic because they don't invade her personal space but make her feel special. 2. Create uncontrollable attraction with just one touch. Never underestimate the power of a well-placed touch. If you know how and when to touch her, you can ignite a spark in her that's hard to put out. When you touch her at the right moment, it creates an emotional impact that brings about a near-magnetic attraction. The trick is to be unpredictable. Touch her when she's not expecting it, but do it naturally. This will keep her intrigued and wanting more. 3. Awaken her emotions and make her seek you out. The right touch at the right time has the power to awaken deep emotions in a woman. A touch in the right place and at the right moment can get her mind spinning around you. That's when she'll start seeking your company, wanting more of that touch that made her feel so good. You're stirring up a desire in her that she can't ignore, a desire to be closer to you. 4. Touch the right spots and change your game completely. The right spots aren't always the most obvious ones. Hands, arms, lower back. These are areas where you can touch subtly and still have an incredible effect. When you touch these spots, you're sending a clear signal that you're attuned to her body language, that you know how to move, and most importantly, that you're creating a deep connection. You'll change your entire game once you master this. 5. The physical connection every woman craves. Are you ready? Every woman, even if she doesn't say it, craves a real physical connection. It's not just about touching for the sake of it. It's about touching in a way that shows you understand her, that you're listening, that you're present. This physical connection is what will make her see you as someone different, as someone who knows how to make her feel special. And once you achieve that, trust me, she won't want to be far from you. 6. Make her feel special with a well-timed touch. There's nothing more powerful than a touch that comes at just the right moment. When you touch a woman subtly and at the right time, you make her feel special. You show her that she matters to you. And that's the key to making her want to be close to you. Remember, it's not about being invasive, it's about being thoughtful and attentive. A soft touch on her arm while you smile at her can make her feel like the only person in the room. 7. Learn how to touch so she wants to be closer. The goal is simple, to make her want to be closer to you. To do that, you need to touch her in a way that makes her feel both comfortable and desired. A touch on her neck while you talk or a light brush on her waist as you move closer creates a sense of intimacy that will make her seek more from you. It's all about building that subtle tension, making her wonder what comes next. 8. The touch that will make her think about you all day. When you touch her in a way that goes beyond the physical, she'll remember you all day, because you've created a connection that transcends the moment. And every time she thinks about that touch, she'll think of you. This is what keeps you on her mind, even when you're not there. A well-placed touch can be the difference between being just another guy or being unforgettable. 9. The key to creating a connection she can't ignore. That connection you're trying to build with her starts with something as simple as a touch. But not just any touch, one that's intentional, one that makes her feel there's something more. It's that sense of something more that she won't be able to ignore. Because a well-timed touch tells her you're different, someone who knows how to make her feel. And men, that's something she won't stop thinking about. 10. Attract her with these subtle, powerful touches. You don't need grand gestures or impressive words to attract a woman. Sometimes the most powerful things are the most subtle. A soft, well-timed touch has the power to make her feel an uncontrollable attraction toward you. So use these touches, guys. Be subtle, be attentive, and watch how your interactions with women change. She'll want to be closer to you, and the best part is, she'll do it because you've created that connection with your hands without saying a word. If you've made it this far, my love, drop a comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. The erogenous zones women want you to know to make her fall for you. Gentlemen, today we're going to talk about a crucial topic that, if you master, can completely change the way you connect with women. female erogenous zones. If you've ever wondered how to ignite her passion on a deeper level, how to make her feel things she's never experienced before, and most importantly, how to make her melt for you, this is the topic you need to understand. It's not just about physical touch. It's much deeper. It's about knowing her body in a way that awakens emotions, desire, and a connection she won't be able to ignore. First off, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you're looking to improve your skills and become the best version of yourself. And yes, these secrets will not only help you win her over, but also make her fall in love with you. 1. Learn the secrets of the zones that will make her want you. Not all areas of a woman's body are the same, and that's what I'm going to teach you. Erogenous zones aren't just the obvious ones that everyone knows about. There are small, secret spots that, once you discover them, you can create an experience she'll never forget. Sometimes, a gentle touch on the nape of her neck or a simple brush of her forearm can be far more effective than going straight to the obvious areas. Those subtle touches, made with care and at the right moment, are what awaken a deep, natural desire. 2. Touch where she feels it the most and watch the results: her neck, her wrists, her lower back. These are places where a simple touch can make her entire body respond. Women love when a man knows where to touch, when he understands those spots that make her skin tingle. And it's not about being rough. It's about softness, gentleness, discovering little by little what she likes best. Touch these key areas and watch how her body begins to react uncontrollably. 3. The erogenous zones. Every woman wants you to know every woman has her own sensitive spots. But there are certain erogenous zones that are universal. The neck, earlobes, the inner thighs. These are places where you can touch with confidence, knowing that you'll trigger pleasurable sensations. If you can master these zones, you're on the right track to making her feel a much stronger attraction toward you. These are the spots every woman wants you to know, but few men truly understand how to touch them properly. For master her most sensitive zones and awaken her passion, it's not enough to know the erogenous zones. You have to know how to touch them. A soft touch, a lingering caress, or even the simple act of brushing those spots can make her body respond in ways she didn't even expect. By learning to master these zones, you can awaken a passion in her that she probably didn't even know existed. This is where the true art of touch comes into play. It's not about being obvious. It's about being subtle, knowing exactly when and how to touch to make her entire body come alive. 5. Make her unable to resist you by touching these spots. Her neck and lower back are two of the most powerful spots when it comes to igniting desire. If you know how to touch these areas, you can make her feel such strong desire that it will be nearly impossible for her to resist. But remember, it's not about touching just for the sake of it. It's about doing it strategically, in a way that makes her feel like every touch has a purpose, that every caress is designed to make her feel special and desired. 6. The ultimate guide to knowing a woman's body inside and out. Understanding a woman's body goes beyond the physical. It's about knowing which parts are the most sensitive, but it's also about understanding how to make her feel emotionally connected through touch. A woman who feels understood and touched in the right way will open up emotionally and physically in ways you've rarely experienced. And this, gentleman, is what will make her want more from you, because she'll feel like you understand her not only on a physical level but emotionally as well. 7. Surprise her by touching her where she needs it the most. Sometimes an unexpected touch is what makes all the difference. Touching her at the right moments when she doesn't expect it but needs it can be what makes her feel like you're different. Surprise her with subtle caresses in the places you know are her favorites, but also in those she might not even realize are so sensitive. That surprise, that unexpected touch, is what will make her want more of you. 8. Take advantage of her sensitivity and maximize the attraction. The female body is full of sensitivity, but only men who know how to touch precisely can take full advantage of it. It's not about being aggressive or invasive, but knowing how to touch each area in a way that increases her desire, making the attraction between you two uncontrollable. Maximizing attraction is all about reading her reactions, understanding her signals, and touching her at the right moment. 9. Touch her erogenous zones and watch her surrender. If you learn to touch the right spots, you'll see how her attitude toward you changes. You'll notice how she begins to relax, how she starts to trust you more, how her body begins to respond in ways you might not have expected. This is the power of touching the erogenous zones the right way. When you do it well, she'll feel so connected to you that she'll fall right into your arms. 10. Make her melt for you by discovering her key spots. Knowing her key spots is just the beginning. What truly makes the difference is how you use that knowledge to make her melt for you. Those small touches, those soft caresses, those moments when you know exactly where and how to touch, are what will make her think of you when you're not around. They're what will make her want to see you again and again. Because once you've mastered this, you'll have unlocked the real secret to winning her over through touch. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. Touch these spots and ignite any woman's desire. Today, I'm going to share something that few men know: how to use the power of touch to ignite uncontrollable desire in a woman. Yes, gentlemen, the right touch in the right place at the right time can change everything. So, if you're ready to learn how to do it, pay close attention. And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Trust me, after this, the way you interact with women will never be the same. 1. Ignite her desire by touching the most irresistible spots. It's not about touching just for the sake of it. It's about knowing where and how to do it. Women have certain zones that, when touched properly, awaken sensations they can't ignore. Areas like the lower back, neck, or even her wrists can trigger an immediate reaction if you do it right. There's no room for roughness here. You need subtlety, precision, and above all, intention. 2. With these touches, she won't be able to stop thinking about you. When you touch her the right way, you're not just creating a physical reaction, you're getting into her mind. Why? Because well-placed touches don't just excite, they also create a mental connection. You'll be on her mind when you're not with her, and she'll be thinking of you even when she's with others. That's the power of a well-executed touch, one that she won't easily forget. 3. The secret to sparking her passion without saying a word. How many times have you been told that words are everything? Well, that's not always the case. A soft touch in the right spot can say more than 1,000 words. The key is knowing how to touch without needing to explain what you're doing. It's almost like a secret language between the two of you, something that doesn't need to be spoken but is perfectly understood. If you master this, I guarantee her passion for you will skyrocket without you saying a single word. 4. Touch her right, and she'll want you to do it again and again. A touch that awakens desire isn't just any touch. It's one that leaves an impression, that lingers in her memory. When you do this right, she'll want more. She'll crave that touch again because it's something she can't control. Touch her the right way once, and I promise you she won't stop thinking about when she'll feel it again. And here's the secret. It's not about touching more. It's about touching better. 5. Learn how to touch her so her desire for you grows. The way you touch can either increase or decrease her desire. If you're clumsy or unaware of her reactions, you'll miss the chance to create something special. But if you pay attention to her signals, how she responds to each caress, you can adjust every touch to make her desire grow more and more. It's not just about where you touch, it's about how you do it, how you read her body and adapt your technique. 6. Give her what she wants without her asking with these magic touches. There will be times when a woman won't tell you what she wants, but her body will. If you learn to listen to her body language, you'll know exactly what she needs without her having to say it. A soft touch on her neck, a caress on her back, or even just brushing her hand at the right moment can be the cues you need to take the connection to the next level. These touches, though they may seem small, are what truly make the difference. 7. Use these 12 touches and make her see you differently. The touches I'm teaching you aren't the usual ones. These are touches that will make her see you as someone different, someone who understands her body and knows how to make her feel special. These 12 touches aren't just physical movements. They're ways to connect with her emotionally and mentally. Once you master them, you'll be the man she seeks out because she knows there's no one else like you. 8. Touch the right spots and trigger an unstoppable reaction. If you touch her in the right places, you'll trigger a reaction she can't avoid. Her eyes will close, her breathing will quicken, and her entire body will tell you to keep going. But here's where mastery comes into play. Don't continue immediately. Give her space to want more, to feel like she needs that next touch. Trigger a reaction that's unstoppable, but keep her in suspense so that the desire builds. 9. The map of her body that will make her want to be with you always. Knowing her body is like having a treasure map, but not everyone knows how to read it. Every woman is different, but there are certain universal zones that always trigger strong reactions. If you learn to touch those key spots, you'll be creating a connection that goes beyond the physical. You'll be building a constant desire, one that will make her want to be with you again and again. 10. Discover how these touches can change everything forever. You might think a touch can't change much, but I assure you it can. A well-timed touch in the right moment can turn an ordinary interaction into an unforgettable experience. If you want women to remember you, if you want them to desire you in a deep and real way, you have to learn how to touch correctly. These touches, once you master them, can change everything forever.